Okay, shall we try that again? Lucky the games haven't started yet, so it's okay. This is why I started earlier anyway. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Dutch grammar. I wanted to do some testing as well, so I figured I might as well do a proper whole stream, right? I mean, like, what? Why not? Because I mean, my internet literally just crashed. Like the internet completely crashed. As I started the stream, the internet just crashed. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, there was two reasons why I wanted to have a look at YouTube as well. First of all, the obvious. I mean, the quality I can stream in 1080p, and the second little bonus that YouTube gives that none of the other places give is that you guys can still downscale the video. So I was like, let me let me try it out. You know, see if it runs smoothly and stuff like that. Obviously, from a quality point of view first. So okay, am I back on lead chess as well? At least, Christ, because it was a complete fuck up now. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I am back up. Okay, the games haven't started yet, so it's okay. But yeah, that was just very interesting. Like I started and then suddenly I dropped frames, and then suddenly my internet just completely went dead. So yeah. Okay, so let's give this a go today. We'll see how it goes. So as I point out, the games haven't yet started. If you guys don't know what's going on in this tournament, it is a team event of 6 players each. I wonder if I have a description of the tournament. I'm not entirely sure if I do. Um, okay, so here we go. Looks like I'm live and everything is fine. So we're just waiting for the games to start. Yesterday we already had a big match in round three of the seven rounds where the number one and number two seeded teams played each other. And the number one seeded team went down. Only 3.5, 2.5, but still, it still went down. Just trying to make sure that there's nothing funny going on with my sound because these earphones are, yeah, they're not happy campers. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes today. Ooh, okay. So some of the games finally started. Bum bum bum. Got us out some chess games. On board one today, playing as the white pieces on their single board one. We have the young team. I don't know the team names, so let me make sure of all these team names because there are some weird names in here, man. Especially the Russian names, which I obviously can't pronounce. Apologies. You know what's trying to help me with that? I don't mind trying to learn how to pronounce things, but yeah. Um, so Molodeska is the young team. They have a bunch of young players in there, including Danil Yufa and Esipenko. Well, no, but Dutch grammar. The issue for me, Dutch grammar, of course, is the 480p on Twitch, right? I mean, not that the 480p is really that bad. I understand that, but it's definitely holding me back. So it's interesting, right? I mean, there's a couple of other factors as well that I don't specifically like about Twitch, but yeah, the quality issue is one of the biggest ones. But I mean, I also I feel like I haven't gone too deep into Twitch yet, and I mean I'm not sure if you Dutch grammar is that Jeroen? I'm assuming it's you, Jeroen, because you're like exactly. I mean, there's some stuff that I could do Dutch grammar. I mean, I have options, right? I have options, So I figured I might as well, see what I like. Holy crap! Okay, so apparently these games are a little bit behind. So these games are catching up a little bit now. So yeah, so I just figured, we might as well give YouTube a little bit of a look see as well. Doesn't hurt. So this looks very weird with the pawn so far up on the board because I mean like this pawn becomes very vulnerable too, right? Like if I go something like this, or if I can open up like this, then this pawn can become vulnerable. But luckily, you can't do both that and that at the same time, so it's okay. But yeah, this D pawn could become a very easy weakness to attack as well, because you can't play this because of the obvious. So tricky. I guess there's some tricks as well, counterintuitively. But after this, what? Then of course this is not possible because of this. So couple of weird, interesting things going on here. I'm always a little scared when you have such a far advanced pawn, but I mean sometimes it can just be a real fat thorn, you know. So yeah, but anyway, Yurun, I mean, for me, it's a case of like let's experiment a little bit while we're not too invested in a single platform at this point, right? Um, I mean, I really like Mixer, but one of the biggest issues right now that we have with Mixer is the okay. First of all, I'm not entirely sure yet whether I can monetize anything on Mixer. So I have applied and done all that crap, but I have to still wait for them to approve it. So I don't know, first of all. And then second of all, with Mixer, obviously we do not have the Lichess connection at this point with Mixer. If we can get that, then I would probably try to well, then I would probably prefer Mixer in general, right? So yeah, so if things can fall in place for Mixer, then I would probably prefer to move entirely to Mixer. But YouTube is not a terrible option either. um, YouTube has a few other benefits, as I pointed out. First of all, so as you can see here, he is now protecting, so white is getting ready to protect the pawn via b2. There's also the option of putting the bishop here, which is quite nice. So all in all, I mean, white seems to be just in time to get everything going here. Because if white can play here, here, then his position actually looks very solid. If he can land a knight on c5, protecting the e6 pawn, and obviously, bolstering everything down, keeping the bishop on c8 pretty crappy. If he can do that, then yeah, he might be in a very good position. So a very interesting guy. Let me just quickly, before I continue my conversation, let me quickly see how we got here, because okay, so this was an English, got it. Oh, sorry, Sicilian. Yeah, with g6. Okay, exactly. So okay, so this is all normal. We've seen this a gazillion billion times. Okay, we've seen this recently as well. Fine, this is all fine. Okay, interesting with e6, huh? Allowing e6. That is very interesting. Okay, I mean they're just playing on the increment right now. You can notice that the time is an hour and 35 minutes. They haven't even used any of it. So knight here in b3. Yeah, so it's a very interesting position, I have to admit. I like this b3 idea. It's very cute for the double ideas of the bishop, but the bishop here would be nice, including the knight here. That would be fantastic. So yeah. So yeah. So as I was saying, Yurun, I mean the few bonus extra things about YouTube though. Okay, there's two big factors that I take in consideration when I think about YouTube as well. Is that first of all, okay, obviously I can stream in good quality, I hope. Okay, I'm not dropping any frames, right? So I can stream in any quality I want. Plus, people can um, people can downscale the video as they like, right? Which I do not have the option on the other two platforms until you become partner. Okay, and then second, the other thing on YouTube that I do take in consideration is the fact that what was I going to say? Wow. Oh, well, just in general, I mean, YouTube is growing massively. If you actually check out the last 3 months, the last quarter, and you check out their growth from a live streaming platform, then it's very interesting because they also have the easy access to, the shitload of people. Yeah, exactly. So YouTube, from a futuristic point of view, can completely take over the live streaming space, right? Because they already have 2.5 billion users. And if they just start implementing live streaming into their algorithm, right, to put live streams at the top of anything you search, then they're feeding those live streams instantaneously, whereas none of the other sites has it. Well, amen. I mean, it's tough to say that. I would say right now, as far as a platform goes, from a quality point of view, Mixer is the best. YouTube is the worst. Okay, this is the problem. However, as I point out, you mustn't just look at right now. Don't look at anything right now. Look at what it's going to be like in 6 months or a year or 2 years, right? And then you need to make your decisions based on that. Because of course, if Twitch is going to start dying by the wayside, not that I think they will. First of all, not that I really do think they will, but if these other platforms like Mixer or YouTube really want to take a chunk of the viewership, they can. And as I point out, I mean, YouTube is interesting mainly because of the ease of access they have to, yeah, to a lot of viewers. Exactly, Dutch grammar. So YouTube has a huge base that they can just ram on. So it's interesting. It is very interesting. It's gonna be a quiet day though. I mean, we're obviously fighting with. I see another stream here as well, which is nice. I mean, I'm not unhappy about the fact that the European Club Cup is getting commentary, so that's cool. And then also, of course, the playoffs currently is happening for the Grand Prix, right? So that's big. Yeah, exactly, Dutch grammar. So so it's an interesting question, right? I mean, I like I said, I wanted to do a bit of testing, right? Now, as I point out, Dutch grammar, at this point, the issue with Mixer is that I don't have the Lichess connection, right? Like, if I were to now, I mean, obviously, again, if I'm streaming right now, I'm competing with a lot of people right now, so it's, I don't expect to have good numbers, but I don't care about the numbers right now. That's not the important thing right now. The important thing right now is just checking out the quality. I mean, I dropped a couple of frames now again, but I think it's just my internet being weird. I don't think that it's the platform or YouTube or anything like that. I don't think that has anything to do with it. So yeah, so that's the only real thing that I wanted to have a look at today, was just to see how YouTube fares as far as physical streaming goes. Uh, we can test this again, obviously, when I, like, play viewers and or do actual lessons and stuff like that, like we usually do on Twitch, right? Because most of the people find me on Twitch anyway, on Lichess anyway. So if they find me on Lichess now towards YouTube, then it's the same thing. So yeah. But like I say, if you start building a good core regulars, then it's fine. That's not an issue. So yeah, so I literally just wanted to test a little bit on this. Okay, so this game, I mean, this game now has finally taken its shape, right? Black now has to make some serious decisions. Black has to realize how is he going to deal with this simple plan, right? I mean, this is simple plan. That's a band name. This is an obvious plan, right? It also attacks this pawn, which means you have to be careful of all kinds of weird things. So it's an obvious idea here, and this is very, very obvious as well. So how do you stop this from happening? Yeah, exactly. So that is the only real way of seeing that happen, right? But it doesn't prevent. Okay, let's say a5 right now, right? So here, let's say queen here, I'm guessing, right? And then here, and where should we put this? Queen here. Because I don't want to allow this now as well if I go to d2, right? So let's say queen here. Okay, so luckily my e6 pawn is not in any dire straits right now, so I can deal with it. I guess he could play here. Oh, okay. I mean, sure, you could go queen a4, f4 if you want. Bleh. I mean, do you really want to go that deep though? It feels like it's dangerous though, no? Maybe. Still feels a little awkward. I mean, okay, but you also have to remember that your c pawn and e pawns are hanging as well, right? So like if you were to take wherever, then possibly your e pawn and or your c pawn can also be hanging, depending on what I play right now, right? So like if I were to do something like queen, okay, the problem is I guess I cannot allow you to play to take my pawn, huh? Okay, so let's say I play something stupid like this. I mean, I can't allow it, of course, because this is going to be a bit of an issue. So I can't allow you to win the d pawn. I just can't. I mean, that's a bit risky, I think. There might be some weird ways for you to try and sneak out, right? Like you could possibly even do something like this, because the idea is now you can get rid of this knight, which is defending here, and then you can play f5 and free up your bishop. So yeah, there are some very weird ways of playing this, right? Yeah, but knight d6 feels counterintuitive because the knight is on a good place already. But yeah, as I say, I mean, the problem is that the pawn is hanging on e7 in a lot of variations, right? So that's one of the smaller things that I don't like. I mean, this what does it achieve, right? I guess you do have some weird stuff like this, maybe. No, but then again, takes here could be very awkward. Maybe not too bad though, but awkward at least, right? So maybe I should just play here. I'm not super happy about the fact, right? Yeah, exactly. You want to play f5 as well. I understand. Yeah, I'm not super happy about the fact that I might need to play something like bishop c5, because of course it does take up the square for the knight, but it's possible that we can get the knight there anyway, right? With a little bit of dingling dangling, right? I mean, this is a question of just like here, and rook here, and then we eventually move the bishop when the time is right. This bishop here obviously does a lot of work as well, so maybe it's not a terrible place for the bishop to be. I mean, let's say you play this anyway. I say let's go here now. Slightly different, of course. Because again, now this is a potential issue, right? So you have to constantly be worried about that piece of crap as well. The knight is still going to sit nice here if you don't play something like this. So yeah, it's a very weird position though. I have to admit, it is a very weird position though. Like let's say you go knight d6, I go knight c3, I don't know, f5 possibly, but then here, right? And then there's even knight here and here, which could be a very big nuisance. I mean, the knight does cover a lot of ground here. Pretty decent knight on that square. Yeah, exactly. It just feels simpler to play for white. Yeah. Feels a little bit simpler to play for white, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that e pawn is pretty decent actually. Pretty decent pawn. And of course, by playing bishop a6, you also relinquish the pressure on this, right? So now I don't have to worry about that pawn at all anymore. So I don't know. I feel like this could become very problematic. Like I said, it's super easy to play, right? It feels so much easier to play this as white. It seems very simple, whereas black still has to be like, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? So yeah. I mean, even something like this, it's annoying if you have to give up this bishop because then your king looks a little bit airy, especially with this nice little pawn here and the rook taking. So yeah, it's very awkward. It is really very awkward. And you have to be careful of me being able to take here as well in a lot of cases, right? Because then this pass pawn again, this is hanging. It just becomes a complete shit show. I mean, even an example right now, right? Like, let's just make a random move here for black. Even this still looks very, very strong as well. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I mean, where's your bishop going? You go here, I go here, and now you're trapped. So now you have to go back here, and it just looks really, really crappy, right? Let's say here, I just want to overprotect the knight so that I can move. And then here, possibly even, the rook takes, and then the knight can just move wherever. The knight can still move anyway. So yeah, it feels like it's very, very awkward to play. So we'll have to see. I mean, black is thinking massively now. Black he has to literally think all of this stuff through. You know, he has to think all of this stuff through very, very nicely, because if he screws this up in any way or shape or form, then he's just completely positionally lost. So yeah, something to take in consideration. Okay, so let's check out board two of this young team. Here we have a bunch of Rai Lopez nonsense, huh? Yeah. So we have the pawn takes e4, knight takes e4 variation. Nothing funky. Bishop drops back. This has been played a lot recently, so probably just very drawish. So nothing interesting to report on this position. You know what is a bit weird for me about YouTube right now is that I can't actually check how many viewers I have. So so that's something a little bit weird. I have no idea how many viewers I have, because I don't think that this the XSplit picks it up quite well. I have noticed some weird things with the bots as well. Um, it Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so maybe it is accurate. Okay, so the bot is just a little bit delayed. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, no, like I said, I assumed Dutch grammar. I also wasn't planning on streaming the whole round. I literally just wanted to do a bit of testing, but in a real live setting. So and if we had some viewers, we had some viewers. If we didn't, it doesn't matter. Um, as I point out, I think what I would prefer to test this on properly next is to do a playing viewers stream. Yeah, it is on Lichess. Yeah, yeah. I am currently. You can't see it because it's just off screen, but I am streaming. But there's also nobody watching the European Club Cup in general. There are some people watching on the official site because I can see that as well. But yeah, it's also not very big. This tournament in general is not very well covered, unfortunately. So I just thought that I would throw it in as a little bit of a test, right? So yeah, yeah. As I said, they there is an official stream. So hey, Sameth, what's up? Well, Sameth, I'm just doing a little test actually. Is that Sameth Chess from Twitch? If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, by the way, I mean, I wouldn't be unhappy if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, but guys, yeah, Sameth Chess. I'm just doing a proper test, to be honest. Just out of interest, doing a little bit of a quality test, of having a feel for what YouTube feels like. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. No, I assumed as much. I know you're Indian. I know that Reddy is an Indian surname, so it all made logical sense to me. So yeah, so if you guys are in the chat, of course you're always welcome to ask questions. I see there are a few of you now. I mean, again, this stream wasn't about getting viewers. It was just about a bit of testing. So this game is pretty boring. Nothing very interesting to see here. This game should be very interesting. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On Twitch, well, there's 120 people watching on Twitch. So, it's still not exactly a very big event, unfortunately. It's just that the event isn't advertised very well, I feel. So and it's competing with the Grand Prix. That's the issue. It's competing with the Grand Prix. Cheers, Samith. Okay, so anyway, okay, we had a King's Indian here. Nice. Been a while, especially Bishop G4. It's a very annoying line to have to play against these days. Yeah, sure. Which board? Board 4? Holy, what the fudge happened here? Okay, let's have a quick look at how we got this far. Okay, so Karakan, nice, right? So Karakan, boom, boom, boom. Okay, fine. This is all very standard, nothing weird here. Yeah, yeah, nothing weird. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Ooh, okay, nice, nice. Because the bishop's undefended, so you have this little cheapo now, right? So bishop here takes, a3. Okay, queen drops back. Knight check, king here, and rook takes e6. That's pretty. That's very pretty. I don't think you can really take that. I mean, if you could, you wouldn't have done it. So I suspect that you cannot take the rook. Or okay, so let's say we take, right? Let's start with the obvious. Um, what's the game plan? How are we planning on continuing here? Note this pawn's hanging, which is a bit of a nuisance, right? Otherwise, I would have had time for some cool shit, with some weird stuff. But I don't have that option because the queen. I could chase the queen. What if I do this to shove the queen away? Okay, but then the queen goes here and attacks the knight. So let's analyze this. This is board 4, right? I do have this board somewhere. I see I'm dropping a couple of frames, so I might in my next test I might try 720p and just see if that's fine. Obviously 1080p is not really necessary, so um I suspect you can just draw at best. I feel feels like there should just be a draw in here somewhere. No moves have been played. I guess we have some weird stuff like this, right? This is interesting because of the obvious. That covers that. So knight h4, knight h4 looks very interesting actually. Now that I actually see it, right? How do you defend now? I mean, you have to be super accurate here. I mean, if you have to play something really crazy, right? Like how, like what, like, ugh, I cringe when I say this, but like G5, is that is that a move? I mean, you have to give your king an escape square, otherwise you're gonna get mated here. So G5, boom. Still looks okay for black, I want to say. But yeah. Black might be able to survive this, by the way. I mean, like, let me know, by the way, Yarun. Just let me know if you're noticing that I'm dropping some frames, because I am seeing that I am dropping some. I mean, it's very minuscule, but I am interested in the reasoning. I do also think that it might just be my internet in general. I don't think that it is a big issue. But as I point out in future, I think I'll just do 720p. I'm trying to see the follow-up, right? So check king here. How how do we follow this up? Yeah. 95. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. I like that idea with the obvious, as you point out. I mean, I guess he could take. Let me just get rid of my XSplit here. So yeah, so just let me know if there are some, some internet iffiness going on. Knight here, I want to say. This is very. You're still down a whole rook, right? I mean, okay, but I mean, sure, but hope maybe you can do that, right? Like, let's say checking here. Do I have time for this? Maybe not, huh? Maybe you can just play here. Although, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm feeling it. Well, I can see it too. Yeah. So I am very interested as to why. I get the feeling that it's just my internet being lame right now. So because like I say, currently I or earlier I was streaming at 8,000 bitrate, and it was fine, you know. So so just interesting why I'm dropping frames now. Yeah. I mean, you could play queen takes h6, of course, with the obvious check next. Just trying to see where where this is going, right? Let's say we still go here. I like keeping this rook out. It feels natural to me. Check king here, and now. I guess you can go back check, huh? Because if we go here, I have this. Yeah, so we can perpetual if this happens, right? So there is a perpetual there in that variation. I feel like with perfect play, this should just be a draw, right? I don't see enough uh, of anything for white. That being said, is there a way to sneak out? What if we go something like this? Okay, but then I can probably take here. And I already have 3 pawns for a piece, if you want to sack here, of course. Still not convinced, by the way. I am not convinced here. This is ugly as beep. This is all forced though. Checking. This is all forced though. So if this is what we wanted to have happen, this will happen. Maybe here? Nani? Like question mark? I'm not worried about the check. I mean, I'm safe. There's no other checks, so it's okay. However, there might be stuff like this where it protects the rook. Checking here, and now what? I was, hoping to do this, right? Yeah, it might work. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it holds everything together. But yeah, maybe the simple queen takes here is just fine. Yeah, because now you also have to be careful with moving the rook, right? Because of that. So yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. Because you can't go here, right? So it's still very awkward. And this is some weird shit, man. Okay, let's try and go here. Let's try this one. Trying to make sure we can hold this for black because if we don't hold this, we just die. What the hell? Getting messages here? Go away. So yeah, if we're not careful, we're just gonna die here. So live by the sword, die by the sword, right? Yeah, but I just want to have a quick look at something here. Is the no? So it's not on there, huh? Okay, interesting. It's an awkward move to have to deal with, though. I mean, I don't think rook takes e6 accomplishes that much. However, when you're playing against someone who is weaker than you, okay, I'm sorry. I only now just realized that the weaker player, the female player at that, is the one going balls to the wall here. I am very impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I am super impressed. I love it already. I thought that was the other way around. When I just thought in my head, I thought that the GM was the one who just sacrificed on e6, right? But no, no. The female international master, the one with the bigger balls here, apparently. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that one. That one's pretty. That one is very, very interesting. Do we have any other interesting games? I mean, we can pop around a little bit, see if we have anything fun. Nope. That looks boring as shit. This is endgame boringness, although this pawn structure looks pretty shitty versus this. So long term, pawn structure wise, white has a small advantage here. Yeah. Maybe she knows how to draw. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe you're right, Dutch grammar. Maybe she knows there's a draw in there. That could be very cool. Yeah. Okay, this looks somewhat interesting. What did this come from? Ah, okay. It came from a Catlin. Yeah. Yeah. This looks like something I would have played. Looks very much like something I would have played. Okay, well, not very interesting though, have to say. Here, what do we got? Okay, we're down a piece, but we're obviously going to win the piece back. This is a very interesting pawny as well. Not that the pawn's going anywhere, of course. I mean, its future is death, so. Looks probably fairly equal, right? Although I will say this again, if we end up with the knight versus the bishop here, with the knight here, it can be fantastic. The position can be very, very nice here for white. So interesting. On board 9, we have Alexinko. Alexinko, of course, the new, young, fresh 2700. I mean, he's ranked higher than David Navarra. I mean, David Navarra has been a 2700 plus player for such a while. And now suddenly the youngsters, they come, they see, they conquer, they spit on you, and then they move on. It's just like, sorry, old timer, your time is done. We are here to take over. Okay, so the knight's hanging, so you can't win the pawn on b2. So all in all, it looks fairly okay. White's obviously going to manual castle here. And with the bad pawn structure, once again, I would definitely give white an advantage here. Small, but, very interesting. The only issue with this, of course, is because there's only major pieces left on the board. The dynamic nature of the shitty pawn structure is that we have a lot of extra open files and stuff that we can attack. So yeah, it might not be as easy as you'd like to take advantage of this. In an endgame situation, though, with only the knights on the board, probably winning for white. These are the kind of things that I immediately see when I see the pawn structure, is I see which pieces would be beneficial to have an endgame in. Even the rook endgame here is not bad for white though, because of course these pawns are so easy to target. But his pawn on b2 is a little bit weak as well. Okay, board 10, what do we got? We got Marcus Rager versus Fedoseev. Both of these players have been 2700 and fairly recently, so they're in a little bit of a slump. Could be an interesting game. When did I learn? When I was 9 years old. Dutch grammar. I was 9 when I learned how to, play. Like literally how to move the pieces, blah blah blah. We had just recently moved to a new town, and on the first day of school, they had like a little promotion thing going on, a chessboard and a beginner chess book. So me and my brother saw this, and we were like, "Hey, cool, what's this shit?" So we're like, "Hey, Dad, do you know how to play chess?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I can teach you." He taught us. Literally 11 days later, we played our first tournament, and also we already beat him after 11 days. So it was just, we came, we saw, we spat on him, and we conquered, right? No, we didn't have clubs and stuff, unfortunately, not in the small town that I lived in, Dutch grammar. But yeah, we took to it very quickly. And my father at least was very, very nice in the sense that he drove us to other towns and small cities and stuff so that we could play in events. It was just pure chance. Yeah, it was just pure chance that of course they were promoting the chessboard because they were going to have a chess tournament at our school 2 weeks later, right? So that's why we ended up playing our first tournament at the school as well. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. It's funny because when you're young, you're like, oh yeah, my dad's an ass, and shit like that, right? But you don't realize all the sacrifices that your parents in general have made for you, right? When you get older, you're like, damn, they did so much for me, right? And you appreciate them for what they've done. But yeah, as a teenager, you're all like, they won't let me do drugs. Stupid shit, right? Like, oh, they don't want me to go out for a whole week and go do drugs and party at a rave and like do the retarded stupid shit that you shouldn't be doing in the first place because they don't want you to die. But you're all like, oh, they're such snobs. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay, cool. We got some chess programs and stuff as soon as we got our first computer in I think 1997, 1998. God, it's over 20 years ago. Shit, dude. So old. So, yeah. So that was fun. But of course, me and my brother played mostly against each other. But I wasn't so interested in chess. I played because it was a social thing. It was great from a social point of view. I made a lot of friends, had a lot of girlfriends, the good times. Um, my brother was much more interested in serious chess and stuff like that. I mean, I played every sport I could find. I was just a very social guy, not a very studious guy, but a very social guy. So yeah. Okay, fairly boring game on this one as well. Sasikiran here versus Rothstein. Typical Rilo Pez poop. Nothing interesting. Pankratov yesterday pulled off a nice victory against his stronger opponent to give the Medni team the victory over Team Alkaloid. Yeah, we have this endgame again. This is again a very, very strong endgame to play as the opposite bishops. So if you can play with the opposite bishops here, it's very easy for white to get these rooks in here. It can be very, very entertaining. So this pawn becomes a big fat weakness. So something interesting to note that I have seen in many, many of these opening positions. Dreyev, what's going on here? Quick draw. Ponomarev and Dreyev, of course, they have been on the scene for decades, so they probably know each other very well as well. So they seem to have just been happy with a quick draw. Zygantsev playing against Yemelin. This Yemelin guy, I didn't even know he existed up until like a month ago. I was like, hey, who's this guy? Some random GM from Russia, and now I'm starting to see the guy all over the place. So I still don't know much information about him as far as his age goes and, blah, blah. But yeah, interesting. Wait, this was a Grand Prix, a perk. Ah, okay, a little perky. He's feeling perky, this man. I haven't seen a perk in so long. Okay, that's all fine. It's all normal. It's okay. Cool. Trying to really stop b5 from ever happening, of course. A lot of cases they just say screw it and play it anyway. So queen c8. So the queen can build anyway still. And this is the current position. So you have a maximum of, well, technically you could play rook a3, rook b3 if you really want to stop b5 as well. So let's say you have a maximum of 5 pieces that can prevent b5. Okay? 5. Now, note that you do need to be careful of your e4 pawn as well in quite a few situations. Okay? Just an interesting thing to remember. If black can win the e pawn for the b pawn, for his own b pawn, then it's a good trade. So we can get how many? We can get 4 defenders, and you have 5. So white should be okay. If white wants to hold this up, right? So white can play this and hold up this forever. Like, no, you're not coming through here. Definitely possible. Interesting. What else we got? We got board 15. We got Grachev. This is Platt. Vostek Platt. Platt. What a surname, right? I think these guys are playing for a Czech Republic team, if I'm not mistaken. Because Platt is a Czech Republican player. Here we have is okay, but there's 2 pieces hanging, right? So what are your options? You have to take here. Don't have a choice. Wait, is he about to lose material? Feels like he's about to lose material. How's my PC doing, by the way? You know what is interesting? It could be that I'm dropping frames because of the high quality as well. Give me a second real quick. I'm just quickly going to downscale this to 720p and see what happens. Okay. Ugh. Somebody wrote me a message. Who's this? Might as well reply. Just out of funsies. Okay, so anyway, where were we? Okay, some interesting things happen. At least we have to note that that he played c5. Now that is interesting. Is there merit in sacrificing this pawn? Now, the idea I assume is that you get to play this move quickly, right? I understand this. I get the that black decides that it is better to just give up the pawn because it's a piece of shit anyway. Because if you can blockade that pawn, I'm lost. Like positionally, we assume that you're just lost. Okay, so so it's interesting that he decides to play c5, even though he will lose the pawn. Maybe there's other tricks as well, eh? So like watch this out. Okay, so bishop here, right? Let's say you go here. Let's say we move. Damn. I actually want, the thing is I want to do something like this. There's some weird merit for this as well. Because of course this is another little demon as well. I mean, you can't move the knight now, so now what? Okay, let's try and defend. But if you defend, let's say here, then I move my queen because I can, right? Your problems have not disappeared. This is still hanging. So yeah, some weird stuff that could happen here. And that's what I pointed out. This is why I said, if we can somehow move the knight with vigor and get to play f5, then yeah, then we might just have a decent game here as black. So that's very interesting. Can we sack? I mean, can we do this? I just replied to Water Power. He's like, I can see that you're on chess.com, but I don't see you on Twitch or Mixer. Where are you? What's next? Facebook gaming? Should we try that out? Water Power's like, oh shit, I forgot about YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we might as well just laugh it up and do a little test on YouTube. Why not? So yeah, so this could be some really interesting idea here. I guess the problem is he can attack your queen. Now that I realize that he can attack your queen, but his rook is still trapped. Okay? His rook is still trapped. So if we go here now, how's he saving the rook? Because he could go here, but then here. I guess this is still tough. Now this is hanging. Could we go here? I mean, there's so many moves to consider here. Now we are threatening this, but the rook could move now. But then we win the piece back. So now, now we're working on this pin and the fact that this is being attacked. So this is a threat. This is such an odd position. Now, possibly, yeah, exactly. Black trying to be tricky, but that's cool. Possibly we could still do this though. This could still be interesting, like here, 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 and then here. Then suddenly everything feels like it's coming apart, right? This is weak as well, and this pawn is going to be very strong. Yeah, okay, so no. So this is not going to work out, but it was a cool try. So, but there could still be some weird variations that work here. Black definitely going for some weird shit here. Now, you can throw this in between as well. Remember that. That is important to remember. Which could definitely change the course as well. So let's say we go here, you go queen here to protect, but we can still go here. It's still there. It's because that's protected. Now you don't have this. So there's a very interesting way of possibly playing this. Who's playing here? We have Chigayev, right? Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't believe in it, but possibly the best idea here is to just give way. Yeah, exactly. So it's still very awkward, isn't it? Queen c2, you say. Okay, and if I go here, yeah, I see you want to take there, huh? Yeah, yeah. It feels like this shouldn't work. It looks cute, but it feels like it shouldn't work. Huh? Very, very awkward. Okay, well, at least I'm not dropping any frames now. Does the quality feel any different to you? Dutch grammar? Let me quickly, I can open up a different page to check my message. Just replying to the message that I got. Okay, some moves happened, by the way. Holy sh! Did he go for it? He went for my moves. I am GM. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He went for it. He did it. He did it. He absolutely did it. He did it. So now look what. Okay, so he plays here immediately. But yeah, this feels like it saves him though. I feel like knight b5 saves him though. But it's on the board. I'm just super happy that something cool happened, right? Just happy that something really cool happened. I mean, I understand the dynamicness of the position. However, I feel like it can fizzle out easily, and then black's just lost positionally. This is what I'm worried about. That is what I'm worried about, is that it just ends up being lost. See what is going on the board. This could also be possible, right? Because we really want a piece. So if if we have to look at something like this, it still looks very good for white as well. He has a rook and a pawn versus two pieces. It's interesting, huh? It's actually very interesting. Can you take the pawn? Wait, what now? What pawn do you want to take? Say what now? Your queen's hanging. That's the issue, right? Oh, I see. I see. You're trying to do some weird shit where you can just take the rook. I see you. I see you, boy. I see you. Um. Okay, but if I, huh? If I, huh? if I. Okay, but I feel like again, like all these endgames are the issues, right? I feel like all the endgames are the real issue here again. So let's say take, 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 you take, and I take, right? I mean, I lost the exchange though, didn't I? Oh no, wait, I have two pieces for it, huh? No, I sorry, I don't. Hmm. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, but in this variation, can I now play a move? Like, can I just play here now? No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay, I mean, queen takes e6 is interesting. It's very interesting. He hasn't moved yet, so. Queen takes e6, huh? Yeah. No, no, I understand. Ah, you're okay. So yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, maybe just knight c7. Huh? Oh, well, we can't do it now. So yeah, but somewhere there could also just be we just move the queen because now the queen will defend this, right? I mean, the two rooks for the queen is probably not enough because I think your pieces are just way too shitty, right? So like this, and this is probably not enough, right? Oh, sorry, I just realized now that I have a piece and a queen versus two rooks, so that's poop. Yeah, so what if I just go here, right? And now what? Now what the fudge do we do, right? Because this is also a problem. I mean, you have to be wary of that issue. You can't defend everything. So now if you go here, I can go here. Still threatening this. It's interesting though. There are some weird stuff that can still happen, but I still like this concept. I still like this concept with this pawn falling as well, and this one looking very weak. It feels pretty strong. Okay, at least now I'm not dropping any frames, so that's important factor number one. Bender is my teacher. Nice. Is that Bender from Futurama? Maybe I think. Yeah, I mean both the pawns are gonna fall, right? I don't see how you're gonna save both those pawns. I just don't see how you're saving much punch. Because you don't have time to save them both, right? I mean, there's going to be a discovered attack here. So you're going to have two attackers. You can't push it because of the obvious discovered attack as well. So yeah, all in all, it just looks like that pawn's gonna seize, and then he's dead. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in this game. Ooh, black chickened out. Black wussied out. He played here. But this looks different though. This looks very dangerous. If you're not taking that piece, the rook, I mean, then yeah, this looks potentially very dangerous. I mean, can you really afford not to take it? Go, Chicky, go. Buxa, right? That's who she is. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I mean, 95, she just played it by the way. 95 looks beautiful, right? Because now that's hanging. If you take, then this takes and you're dead, right? I mean, are you just looking for big trouble here? I think black is just dead here. I think she prepared this well because yeah, she's taking a bit of time. Maybe she didn't expect certain moves, but she remembers that there are these ideas, right? With 95 ideas, and I'm sure she remembers the ideas that are involved. Um, she probably mostly looked at the draw line, right? So the best moves only for black, and only like skimmed over the, oh, I'm probably just winning here, like the computer says +3, blah blah blah. But those positions you still have to go into deeply as well, because it's easy for you to just forget something or not find the actual winning moves, and then oops. But okay, she seems like she's in control here. So knight e5, and now what? What are you playing? Like don't you just lose a piece here? Like you can't take here anymore. That ship has sailed now because you're gonna get screwed, right? That ship has sailed. Okay, so you can't take the rook anymore. You can't take here. You just resign. I mean, whatever. Um, Okay, wait. Maybe can we still attack the rook, the knight here? Sorry, like that? Can we do that? Or here, whatever, right? The other problem though is that your king is exposed, man. I mean, these issues are not gonna go away, right? Whoo! It's not pretty, sir. It's not pretty. This is gonna be really nice if White wins this game. By the way, just just really cool. Nasty, like you say, very nasty. Yeah, 95 just played. Yeah, 95 played. Boom. I think Black underestimated this. Okay, Black's obviously gonna take right, and he realized that he can play here or here. Fine, because of that. Okay, so that's okay. So I can't take here, but this, and this. How are you surviving this? Like you look just dead in the water here. How are you ever surviving this position? Queen here. No. No fucking way Black is defending this shit. Oh, dude, like knight g8. Okay, but this is also a weakness. So don't forget that, right? G7 is also a big fat weakness that you have to be constantly weary of. Okay. Here's big sacrifices that can happen as well. Let's see. Let's see how we can finish this. I smell beautiful sacrifices everywhere. I can just smell them. I can smell them. They're out there. They're here. I can smell them. Okay, so there's some weird f6 ideas. I can see what you're trying to do here. No. Here? Okay, but then I pinned my own rook. Damn, son, damn. Come on, there has to be something here. Like we're just not seeing it, but it has to be here. There has to be something here. Come on. Wait, can I win the queen? Ooh, can I win the queenie? He didn't even play this, by the way. Wait, what? He played something else, but still. No, you're not allowed to build fortresses. I don't believe in fortresses. Screw you and your fortress. Come on, there's something that I'm missing here, obviously. Knight of G8, no mate. Screw you. Okay, come on. No, come on. There has to be a way here. There has to be a way here. Screw this. Huh. Come on, man. There's so many juicy looking sacrifices, but somehow they don't work. How, I don't know. I don't know how they don't work. Damn it. Maybe this is a bit too early. Maybe that move is a little bit too early. Hey, GG Hennis, what's up? How are you, man? Yeah, yeah. Then suddenly everything works, right? Damn. No, but I mean, there has to be some cool way to finish this game right now. Just like right now, like you know. Damn it! I'm sad. You have saddened me with sadness. You bastard. How about how? Damn it. Yeah, 95 looks good, but I mean, like how? I mean, okay, sure, yeah, maybe just here, right? If you go here, I just drop back and yeah, sure. But it feels like there should be something more concrete, right? Not so sure if I like G4 though. Maybe just rook here now immediately. Maybe now this is a more solid way of doing this. Here. Yeah, okay, but I mean, it doesn't, you know, what does it really do? It doesn't threaten anything. Ah, threatens mate. Is that the cheapo? Okay, I see. We have some weird stuff here, right? But I mean, he could play here, and then you lose your queen, sucker. Okay, so maybe there is some weird shit. Yeah, yeah. Knight h4. That is pretty savage, I have to admit. So yeah, so maybe we just drop back here. Well, do we have to play g4? The only thing I was worried about was f6, but even here f6 is shit. So maybe we can just play rook g3 like Gigi Hennis wanted us to. No, I think the knight should stay on f5 right now, right? Because right now the knight is threatening on g7. By the way, you might not think that that is as big a threat as it looks, but it is a fucking huge threat. So it might just be possible to play rook g3 and or rook h3. Because how do you defend, right? If you can't play f6 now, okay, yeah. I mean, if you can't play f6 now, then what? How are you defending this pawn against this? You can't play g6. You can't move your king. I mean, what are you doing? I do not feel the fear here. I do not feel the fear. So yeah, if you don't have any answer against rook g3, which I thought was f6, then you're just screwed, aren't you? It's funny, but you can just drop back. Yeah, but I mean, it's so funny that you can literally just play rook e3 and g3. How do you stop this? There's no way to stop this from happening because you can't defend g7. There's no way to defend g7. The only way to defend is by playing f6, and we know what happens then. So you can play it now, right? And if you first have to play something like this now doesn't matter either, right? Because you're just screwed anyway. So yeah, very entertaining. But he played something else, by the way. He played here. This feels like you should just be dying instantly. Like literally, it feels like you should just be dead here. So how do we continue? That's now the next question. How do we continue? Now we have to find the pretty ones, boys. We need the pretty ones. Where be the weaknesses? A weakness, a weakness. Yeah, no, not really. How is this complicated? Excuse me? How is this complicated? How about Queen F5? Boom. Let's throw it. Force lines, bro. Yeah. Queen F5. Come. Obvious cheapo. Obvious cheapo. Super cheapos. My name is Cheapo. What you gonna do about it? So now what? Note that you can never take, by the way. Yeah, exactly, Dutch grammar. Note that you I can play here. You still can't take because of the obvious mate, right? Okay, it's not mate. It's not mate. But I mean, it's a shit show. so so it's very interesting, right? It's just a complete shit show. So I stay on this diagonal, so just grab the ball. Yeah, but I mean, with enough time, right? She should be able to find all the forcing moves here. Ah, there's a different mate. Sorry. I now realize that there is a different mate here, right? You can go check now here and here mate. Ha 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 ha. Ah. So rude. That is so rude. Okay, so yeah, you can't take the rook. Point taken. So rook h1, and now what the fudge are you doing? I mean, you're just getting destroyed here. You can't move anything. You have no way of surviving this. Okay, let's get crafty. Let's get crafty. Let's play here. Because now there's some stupid like back rank ideas possibly. Of course, now I can't take because of check, right? And taking back. I got some moves, bro. Got some moves, but let's throw G4 in here. Let's just throw another shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, I mean, if the H file opens or the G file opens, then you must be dead, right? You're such a goner here. Yeah, G4 is always winning. G4 is pretty though. G4 is pretty. I have to say, G4 is pretty. I mean, can he just sit here and ignore you for the rest of his life? Maybe. Can just be like, okay, screw you. I don't care. You do what you want. It's a G move, yeah. The G dog. It's the G dog move, bro. I mean, I just keep on seeing sacrifices everywhere. It's just like, okay, I'll just keep sacrificing. Screw it. Don't even care. I don't care. I just don't care. you know? Here, and then mate follows, right? I mean, there's no way the knight covers that square, so there's no perpetual. So yeah, this just looks disastrous. I guess yeah. So after this is hanging. This is hanging. It's all just dead. Yeah. I was thinking if he goes here, yes, yeah. Now that's why I didn't even consider the knight takes move because of the obvious. Yeah, this is a complete shit show. But we still have to win it. So how do we finish this though? Still need to finish it though. Is there something we missed here? Maybe. Probably not. Check king here. I guess there's no perpetual, so we can just go here, right? I mean, what you're gonna have to sack your queen. There's no perpetual because I can just drop back here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now you're gonna have to do this, right? And I mean, you're still just lost. I mean, so yeah. I mean, look, if we can find some seriously concrete variations, then she should be able to as well. Queen f5 looks very pretty. It's a very forcing move because what the hell does black do now, right? You can never take on e6. That's important to remember, first of all. As long as your queen stays in this diagonal, you can never take on e6 because of the obvious mates. So rook h1 now, and as you say, g4. I mean, we can do whatever the hell we want. We have all the time on the planet here because our rook is completely immune. These pieces can't move. This can't move, can't move, can't move. Right? So all he has is these two pieces that can move. And we literally can just follow up. There's no way to stop us. She did. She played g4, by the way. She played g4. That's not as accurate. I mean, now you can still play here. So as you say, Yarun, black is possibly just completely lost, but he is making moves where he's giving his opponent the opportunity to make mistakes, like you said. Um, yeah, yeah. But I don't like knight f4. Knight f4 is a little bit of a nuisance. Okay, you can still play queen f5, right? Yeah, you can still play queen f5. Here, I guess you just win material, right? You're just going to win material. Here, check. If he goes here, you go here, check first, and then take the queen. Here. What's the material like? He has a rook and a knight versus. Okay, this is probably simplistic. So I can't blame her because this is actually very simplistic. So this is forced. Now you have to sack your queen. So okay. Maybe g4 is the simpler way to go about it. It might not have been as pretty as mine, but it seems simple enough. Yeah, g4 was played. Let me promote that. I realized luckily that queen f5 is still available, which is what makes it entertaining at least. So it's okay. Whew. At least I see I'm not dropping any frames in 720p, so that's interesting. The other interesting thing that I also note now, Jeroen, that is interesting, of course, is the fact that we obviously have a lot of YouTube regulars, Twitch regulars, right? So I need to let those guys know that I'm either on Mixer or Twitch or YouTube, right? Depending on which one I stream on, whatever. So I'm definitely gonna have to do a couple of streams where I let my regular Twitchers know that I am using other platforms as well, so they can join those too and know that I'm available. Because you're right. I mean, even if I stream, if I was streaming on Twitch right now, then we'd probably still have 20 to 30 viewers because of the regulars. Yeah, exactly, Dutch grammar, exactly, yeah. Because I mean, those guys, they don't exactly go on Lee Chess anymore, right? They don't go on Lee Chess to find me. They go straight to Twitch and know that I'm there, right? So yeah, That's interesting. That is just, it's interesting to understand the metrics and where your viewers are coming from and stuff like that. A lot of my newer viewers would come from lead chess. I mean, right now I understand that it's, it's the event is not very highly highlighted, so I get that nobody is particularly watching it on lead chess. So yeah, so that I understand completely. A little something for you as well, just to know, Yurun. I did mention this in the Discord channel. Is that, as I pointed out, I am not alone in this whole adventure from a streaming point of view. I do have a partner, and he will be joining me live and stuff like that in the future. But yeah, between me and him, we're definitely looking at what the future is going to look like, right? We're not just thinking, oh, Twitch is the only thing now. We have to do Twitch, blah blah bullshit, right? We have to consider, all the pros and cons of all the platforms. Um, hey, chess poems, what's up? So if we between me and him, obviously, he's a silent partner at this point, but he does do a lot for me. From a just being able to not have to worry about rent and stuff like that. Because we live together. So yeah, took me a minute for yeah, chest poems. That's okay. That's perfectly acceptable. Just doing some testing. Having a little bit of a YouTube test because again, I wanted to check out the quality. So that's interesting. First of all, and as I point out, I mean, the more we look at YouTube, the more the future of YouTube looks like they might just really pummel into the live streaming platform. So I'm doing some experimenting with Mixer and YouTube. I don't mind. My partner, he is very interested in doing YouTube content in general, offline, also online, but offline stuff. So YouTube does tie in with that as well, right? So that's why we're looking at YouTube as a potential option as well. And as I pointed out to Dutch Grammar earlier, Chess Poems, is that if you go and look at the math right now, the stats, and you check out the last quarter, and you check out what YouTube's live streaming growth has been, it is huge, man. Like the numbers look at as follows, right? Let me give you a quick little bit of metrics. So Twitch, I'm gonna type it out for you guys, has 87 hours streamers, and 2.5 billion hours watched. Okay, that is in the last quarter. Okay, YouTube, however, has only 11 million hours streamed versus almost 700 million hours watched. So what you'll notice is that the average viewer count is much higher on YouTube, and their return on viewership is fucking huge, and then if you go and look at Mixer is very far behind. Okay, fine, but Mixer, we have to still see what interesting stuff they're gonna do. Wait, does it not chess poems? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So you say you can click on it in Chess, and it takes you to the yeah. I think they put a lot of effort into it, chess poems, and this is why they're iffy about adding Mixer as well. Even though I'm like a big advocate for adding Mixer as an option too, I think that they put a lot of effort into the YouTube thing, and it was glitchy and had a lot of problems and bullshit and stuff. So they had to put in a lot of effort, and they're not getting a very big return on that effort, right? Because Oh, Dutch grammar. I think there was just something weird. It might have been my fault when we were doing the mixer test. That might have been my fault. So yeah, but I mean, I have to again, big factors for me. First of all, is the obvious factor is the quality, right? So on YouTube and Mixer, I can stream in good quality. On YouTube, we have the extra bonus that I can stream in good quality and people can still downscale Whereas on the other platforms, you don't have that option until you're a partner. The other thing, like I say with YouTube, the platform has everything on one place, which is nice, right? So if you're doing YouTube content, as you said, Dutch grammar with shorter videos and stuff like that, then it's all on the same platform, right? So as that grows, your live chess also grows because they're all feeding each other. Now, the same goes, of course, if you are doing YouTube content anyway, and you're driving those viewers to Twitch or wherever the hell you're streaming. So that still goes the same. So you know what was another interesting thing that I looked at today was TikTok. Do you guys know what TikTok is? Have you guys seen TikTok? Like that shit is just blown up like crazy, bro. Like it's the dumbest thing ever, except it is nuts. So if you haven't checked out TikTok yet, have a look at it. Dude, you should see that shit, bro. It's because it's a Chinese market thing. Okay, it's owned by the Chinese. And they allow obviously foreign content. So now suddenly it's a place where the Chinese demographic can watch European, American, blah blah bullshit. Dutch grammar, that's why I say you might think that it's stupid, right? But the point is that even if it's dumb and you get 4 million views on a video, who gives a flying fudge cake, right? Hey, Pitsy. Oh, it's Pitsy. Okay, now I remember. Pitsy, we're doing a bit of YouTube testing as well. I tested on Mixer as well, Pitsy, and I'm testing YouTube. Mainly the big things that I'm testing on here is the quality. You'll notice that I can stream in 720p. I can most of the time stream in 1080p as well. However, it seems like my PC, yeah, my PC doesn't deal well with 1080p. So that's why I downscaled it to 720p now. But 720p is fine because I noticed that my graphics card was suffering when I was streaming at 1080p. So just out of interest. Yeah, exactly, chess palms. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. Like you say, Dutch grammar. It's a you feel like it's just for children. But the point is that you can cater for the stupidity of it, and you get millions of views. Then who gives a flying fuck if it's stupid, right? Because then you're driving those viewers to your other platforms, and that's all you want. You just want people to have access, or you want eyes on your content, right? That's it. If you can drive eyes to your content, then it doesn't matter how you do it. So I'm like, maybe because I can think of some really stupid shit that I can do from a chess point of view, though, with a real chessboard, okay, and the effects and stuff that you have available on TikTok. That would be stupid but funny. So okay, but here's the okay, yeah, Dutch grammar. I mean, I'm not too worried about audience, right? I mean, like we proved with Twitch, right? It won't take me long to build up an audience. Okay, I understand that. I know that. I'm not worried about that. But I mean, extra viewers don't it doesn't hurt, right? Uh, and the demographic has changed quite a bit, Dutch grammar. From what I can see right now, the average age demographic for TikTok is between 17 and 24. That is as of last quarter, right? So recently. Again, my most of my stats that I'm looking at is in the last quarter, so the last 3 months, right? So the demographic has aged a little bit there. So it's interesting. I mean, it is so goddamn hot in this room. I am going to need to figure out some sort of like aircon or because unfortunately if I open up the windows too wide, the wind here by the beach obviously can get quite rough. So then everything just blows away. Hi people. By the way, if you're new here, don't be shy to say hello. I see some lurkers in the chat there. Don't be shy to say hi. Hello there, Ozil. TikTok pit of social media. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, of course, but it's winter, chess pawns. It's winter, bro. Here it is like 40 degrees outside, bro. I am fucking dying out here. I'm sweating my balls off. Maybe they. Well, Dutch grammar. I don't think there is really an age restriction or some shit on that. No, no. When I say this, I mean the statistics is their viewer demographic, maybe you know. So yeah. Well, I mean this. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This game, Black. I think Black is now realizing the severity of his position right now, which is entertaining because I am rooting for the team who the Black player is playing for, but he might lose today. So what is happening on the other games? Let's have a look. So this game, okay, so F5 is still on the board, so we still have this, right? Okay, after a little bit of reflection in this position, I feel like knight c2 is the simplest way to go about this for white. Just simplify, take the two pieces. I feel like you're gonna be happy in these situations most of the time. These hanging pawns are actually pretty weak. This pawn is still very strong, and this bishop obviously is going to be gone, right? So you're going to have access to this lovely diagonal here. So yeah, so knight c2 seems to be the logical choice here. White must be for choice here. Like I would think that white is probably better. Like an engine would probably say plus 1.5, or you know some stupid crap like that. Okay, so it looks like if I stream in 720p, we don't have any drop frames. Okay, so that's good to know. I can still try and see what happens if I stream in 1080p but use my CPU, because currently I'm using my shitty ass graphics card to do the encoding, and yeah, it's not a great graphics card. It really isn't. So maybe in the future, right? Yeah, but I mean, okay, but this was weird. This was just a really weird opening. Okay, let me quickly go and check out what's happening. So what do we have? We have on board two. What's going on here? Black has a nice outpost on e4. That's always nice. Yeah, yeah, chess pawns. I mean, the problem is with the Caro-Kann chess pawns is that it is such a slow positional thing, right? You can very regularly end up in endgame stuff where if you don't know your way, then you just lose, right? Oh, oh yeah. We're looking at the board four. Yeah, but okay, but this was just some weird, man. This was some this was a nice sacrifice on e6, and it appears that it was preparation. By the way, if you look at the time, look at the amount of time that she spent. She didn't even spend 30 seconds. She spent 25 seconds on this move. So this was preparation. Then after this move, she started thinking, because this is definitely not the best move. It's pretty bad. But she made sure, she thought for a while, and then played knight e5, which is the best move. And then what I suggested was to take, and after takes was queen here, and then you can't take because of this. So it's still very, very interesting. However, as we pointed out, it looks really, really, really bad after something like this, this, and even if you go here, there's no way to hold on to g7 because you can't play f6 because of this. So it's a complete shit show. So yeah, so it was dodgy. So black played this move instead. And then I was clamoring for queen f5, but white just played g4. And you know, this is also very forced because now you have to give up your queen, right? You have to lose the queen. So it's also just winning. If we're going to be honest, it's just winning for white. I mean, black doesn't have much to claim here. I mean, we can maybe win another pawn. Fine, let's go here. Hey, Ketan Sharma, thank you so much for the follow. I'm so used to follows, right? For the subscription. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Well, no, Ketan, we're just doing a bit of a test. We're doing a bit of a test today. I'm testing out the other platforms, right? I will not be testing fucking Facebook. Like, just no. I'm not going to be testing Facebook. The The reason why I'm testing YouTube, Ketan, is because, well, quality wise, as you can notice, it's still good, right? So it rivals Mixer from a physical streaming point of view. And the other reason why I'm leaning towards YouTube currently is because Lichess does support YouTube. Lichess does not support Mixer yet. If they do, then yeah, throw the hat in the race. Oh, it's Avalanche. Okay, cool. Sweet. Hi, Avalanche. How are you, bud? Yeah, so I'm testing YouTube a little bit. Oh, yeah. Actually, Ketan, chess poems, the subscriber notification, I have specific notification that goes with my whole stream. The whole overlay. I have specific sub alerts and stuff like that, donation alerts, stuff that goes with the stream. But for some odd reason, they're currently not working in YouTube. Like I bought some specifically, they cost me like $6, but they're not working on the YouTube thing now. In the setup, it says use the YouTube link to quick access everything into Stream Elements, except there is no YouTube link. There's just a Twitch one. So I think that they didn't give me the right thing or whatever. Oh, I just realized that the rook is hanging. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, so I'm like, hmm. So yeah. So that'll be cool. Yeah. No. This was a mistake from the from Nerd or Die. I bought it from Nerd or Die. This is a mistake from Nerd or Die. The files that they gave me did not include the YouTube version of the Stream Elements alert box. That's all. I have emailed them and they have like this little like, did you check the setup bullshit? Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I did. Mine doesn't have it, so cough up. So they'll reply in a couple of days and they'll fix it. It's okay. When I tried to search chest doctors on YouTube, it automatically took me to chest doctors. Also, just videos on chest pain and yeah. Well, I mean, this is an interesting actually thing, Avalanche. So if you type in the whole word chest doctors, does it show my channel? Is my, because when I do it specifically, then I do pop up obviously first, right? Well, the actual the it's actually chess doctors origins, I think. Try that. Because unfortunately I couldn't change it to what I wanted it to be. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's something that is used everywhere, so it should be okay. And of course, as we grow, it'll go to the top of the list if it isn't at the top of the list at this point, so it's fine. Not a big stress. So yeah, now you have to move your rook, and I mean, what do you have to show for yourself? You're down, you have a rook and a knight versus a queen and a pawn. And your king is still looking a little bit fresh. Fresh, right? A little fresh. So I'm not a fan. Just not a fan of what's going on here, boys. So yeah. So we'll see. He's still thinking. I mean, he's in the tank now. He's in the tank now, boys. What's happening with Esipenko? So Esipenko had a very interesting King's Indian. Ooh, okay. What happened here? So check this out. Now that is interesting. Okay, now the reason why. Hey, Sammy BKD, what's up? I know you're a sub. There's also autocorrect chess dot. Yeah, makes more sense too. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Which one decided to autocorrect it? Okay, cool. Fair enough. Chess doctors. That's it's close. It's close. I don't know. Okay. Dutch grammar, because this isn't here. I like it. How's that for just like you know? I'm good, Sammy. I'm good. We're doing a little YouTube test today. So we're testing out YouTube today. just from a quality point of view. See if I can stream in 720p, if I have any problems, blah 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 blah. So at this point, okay, if I have to give you guys like I won't give you the whole list, right? But me and my partner, for those of you who don't know, I do have a partner, not a life partner. I'm talking about a chess doctor, other chess doctor who will join me in the future. We weighed up the pros and cons of Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, and currently YouTube is our best choice, which is why we're testing on YouTube as well. So from a platform point of view of everything that we would like to do and in the future would like to do, YouTube is currently our front runner. So that's why I'm here doing a bit of testing and stuff. Note, I am not planning on streaming the whole 6 hours, doing this whole fucking round. I don't, wasn't the plan. I just wanted to see if the stream handles itself fine, and it is doing okay. So what I will do possibly is tomorrow I'll probably stream playing viewers, right? So that we start getting that influx of lead chess people, because currently nobody on lead chess is interested in watching the European Club Cup. I know that, I understand that. Everybody is watching the the Grand Prix. But yeah, so like I said, I mean, when it comes to the three platforms and all the criteria that we look at for choosing where we want to land, currently YouTube is definitely leading this charge. Some weird ass chess going up here, boys. Okay, but white looks very good, by the way. White's position looks really good. Let me preface that by saying really, really, really good. I like White's position. That being said, there are probably a few things that we do need to be careful of, right? So let's consider what's going on. I don't know. I just like his position. I feel like White has succeeded, right? I mean, you have these two really bad pawns, so an endgame is out of the question. Black is totally lost in any endgame here. So he can't do that anymore. This is SC Penko, right? So positionally, I feel like he's just very, very good. I like you more than Mixer, by the way. Yeah, although there might be less money to stream on YouTube as there are fewer avenues of. That's not exactly true, Ketan, Avalanche. That's actually not entirely true. They do have a members program, which is like subscribers, okay? Which is the same thing. You can have your emotes and your extra bullshit and blah. With the added benefit that you can have subscriber or member only content already on YouTube that you put on YouTube and only members can view. That is what I like about YouTube, because YouTube is one platform in its entirety, right? So if YouTube really works on their live platform game, they could become a serious contender. So yeah, so they have member, they have super chat, which is fun. It's a weird thing where you can like I think you can set specific small donation amounts where people it's almost like bits, right? Where people then get extra benefits in chat, where their chat is highlighted and stuff like that, so they stand out, right? That's called super chat. Then of course you can still donate like the obvious normal donations as per usual. Then there's also the ad revenue, of course. So there's monetization from an ad point of view still. So funny enough, it's not actually that bad. I thought about this move, but I don't think I like this. I feel like you should play f5 immediately here instead of bishop h6. This feels a bit too slow, so I'm not a big fan of bishop h6. I understand the want to play the move, but I don't think it's very good. So yeah, so Avalanche, as I point out, as I've seen it, it doesn't seem like there is actually that many less ways of monetizing your stream. However, I do think there are some limitations to the member program, which I might have because I live in South Africa, but you can then also add Patreon. What a lot of people do that can't use the member system yet, of course, as they're improving shit, more people can use it. What a lot of people do is they have Patreon, right? And with the Patreon, you can give your Patreon users a lot of extra benefits and stuff like that as well. So yeah, so it's not all bad. And what was very encouraging for me, just in the whole YouTube versus everybody else race, was that YouTube actually bought Courage GIED recently, right? So they bought a streamer from Twitch, which was a very big streamer from Twitch as well, and that was like, what are you guys doing, right? So it's like, shit, are they really also intending on starting this battle? Um, and the other point, hey Aniket, the other point that I made out earlier as well for YouTube was that they already have 2.5 billion users, right? If they want to start driving traffic to their live platforms, then they can just do that. They can add a simple live channel connection top left, right, when you're at your homepage. They can just add a live connection as well, where you can search specifically live. Or they can just make the algorithm so that whenever you search anything, then anything that is related to that topic that is live comes up first in the algorithm. Bam. People will just be flocking to those channels because they have such a huge user base. So yeah. Yeah, well, I had to do some testing as well, right? So I'm testing Mixer, I'm testing YouTube, so do some testing and stuff as well. Well, you don't have to. Avalanche, I mean, we could just do something simple like this. Why the fuck not? I mean, what the hell are you going to do? Sorry about that. I mean, there's no need for us to do anything weird or wacky, right? Again, end games here are just lost, okay? Like this, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But I don't think you need to go that deep. I think you can just. I mean, we can just go, right? Like, what the fudge are you doing? You know, like now the sea pawn is a bastard, right? You can't even take because your knight's hanging. So you can't play knight here. So now you're gonna have to play knight here. Okay. Now knight a4. I mean, why the hell not, right? This knight's gonna be beautiful out here. There's so many good ways for this knight to get into the game. As you point out, we still have this as well. So we don't have to be hasty with the idea of going after this pawn. Vote YouTube. Yeah, look, Aniket, currently Aniket, like I pointed out, Aniket, I was telling people, I was saying in Discord as well, is that I do have a partner as well. I will introduce him to you guys in the future. And, we sat down and we really weighed up all the pros and cons of the three different platforms, and also looked at what we need, what we want, what we want to do in the future, what our goals are and stuff like that. And when we then weighed up the pros and cons between the three, YouTube is definitely currently one of the front runners. The only reason though why Mixer is behind YouTube is because Lichess already supports YouTube. If Lichess were to support Mixer, like I'm live streaming now and you can see me on Lichess and blah 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 blah. If that was available for Mixer, then we would probably pick Mixer. Now, the other issue that I pointed out with Mixer, though, at this point, is that I still don't know whether I can actually even monetize on Mixer at all because of my country, right? So I've done the application and the fucking tax bullshit that you have to put in, and all the crap. I've done all that, but I'm still waiting to find out whether we're going to be able to monetize it all on Mixer. So if we can't monetize on Mixer, then screw Mixer, right? Okay, yeah, so this happened on the board, by the way. This has been played. Queen takes h6, c6 has been played. No, 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 no. It doesn't win hands down, Aniket. The biggest issue right now with YouTube is their specific live streaming platform is shit. Okay, no offense, but YouTube's live streaming platform is absolute junk. Okay. However, I'm assuming that if they are planning, with this buying up Courage JD, if they're gonna start buying streamers, then they're going to start making it a better platform, right? So I have to assume that they're not planning on just staying a shitty platform. And yeah, if that's the case, then well, I mean, damn son, where'd you find this? So yeah, then YouTube is definitely looking very spicy, spicy banana. This looks like a disaster. I don't like this position at all. Go Esipenko, go Esipenko, go. So here, what happened? Okay, so this is all on the board. Hell yeah, we found all of it, boys. He has to give up his queen now. Wow, he's still wait. Okay, no. There must be just a GG right now. Come on, like Black refuses to sacrifice material. He's just like, no, I don't want to. Rook d6. Screw it. I'm out. Boom. Because you have this move if you go here. So rook d6 saving my rook. Ha ha ha. And then, I mean, what the fudge are you going to do about this, bro? Like, for real though, what are you going to do about this? Like, I don't see how you survive this on any planet. I just don't see how you survive this. You don't have this move ever, right? So after rook d6, what are you going to play? What? Maybe. Possibly, but how are you going to follow up? Rook here, I'm assuming that's what you wanted to try and do. Yeah, I mean, it might work, but I feel like you don't have to do that drastic at all. It probably works. I mean, most likely it works, yeah. I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, so. Oh, sorry. I realize now that this. No, it's still mate, right? Okay, but how about this though? Because this is hanging. So yeah, so there are some weird things that we need to be careful of here, possibly. I mean, it might work, but this just seems so simple. Like, you can't play here, right? You can't move this rook. You can't move any of the knights. I guess you could take on e7, possibly. But then takes here, I guess. Yeah, but does that win though? Okay, so let's have a look at something like this, right? So bum. I mean, does it win? I don't. Okay, maybe it does. Maybe it does win though. Wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. So GG. So I mean, there is possibilities that it does work, right? So here. What is the defensive move? That's what we need to find here. Hashtag defend, boys. Hashtag defend. Ah, what about king here? That's just mean. What about king there? Now your knight is still hanging on e7, right? That's a very important piece of the puzzle. I say. That's interesting. It's freaking weird, but it's interesting. I mean, it might just win. It probably does win, Probably. I haven't moved yet. The lead chess stream is a little bit behind, by the way. So yeah. This is also possible, though. In this position, you will play g5. Can I see where you're going? Because this check would be quite devastating, right? Okay, but then here, remember this is still defended, right? I feel like you have to be a little bit careful. However, this is good though. This looks very spicy anyway. How are you gonna defend that? I mean, what the fudge cake, right? And if you play knight takes here, then there's no way to defend this anymore. So you're just fucked. You're fucked. You're just fucked. So yeah, so I mean, this looks pretty screwy, right? Yeah, but this is a lot different, right? This is the issue. You don't have the knight defending this square anymore, do you? You see? It's a lot different. Remember, you can't play this because of f7 hanging. So it's a huge difference. There's a very big difference in the variation here, right? I mean, now it's just lost. It's just resignable. You are not coming back from this one, sir. Sure, and okay. You want to try and be sneaky? I see. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. That's adorably cute, little bastard. I see you. I see what you're doing over there, son. This knight is quite nicely placed, huh? Oh. Yeah, exactly, because there's tricks everywhere. There's tricks everywhere. Maybe he can run. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Literally just waiting, right? Just waiting for the screw up to come. Feels like there should be something concrete here too, though. Here, maybe? Yeah, okay, but Aniket, I mean that makes sense, right? But I feel like Rook D6 is just simplistic. That's what I'm looking for here, Aniket. Rook D6 is just simplistic, right? We've won a pawn, right? Okay, wait, it's actually equal, right? But I mean, the Rook is really you can't play here now, can you? So what now? You know, if you, I mean, can you? Okay, so here, queen takes, right? But then here, no, here. Yeah, this. Because now I'm just threatening the obvious, right? So if you take here, I go check. I win the exchange. Should be easy game from there. If you take queen takes, of course, I just take the knight, just up a piece. Exactly, Dutch grammar. I'm looking to just simplify the position, right? By playing rook d6, it's very simple to see that this can't move, right? These guys can't move. So the only two pieces, once again, that you have that can move is is those two, right? So and this is coming. This is now on its way. So if you don't play rook d8 immediately, then how are you going to stop the obvious, right? There's no physical way of stopping this from happening if you don't play rook d8 immediately. Now here again, same problem. If you go here, you just lose material all over the place. So I actually just get mated. Whoops. So you can't, right? So you have to play this, and everything else just follows. You have to lose the exchange. So there you go. This is the best you can do. White has a pawn and a rook versus a knight. Very, very easy game to play. Not even a challenge. F4, G5, GG, resign. So, I mean, this is just a simplistic way to play it, yeah. And that's what I'm looking for. Because your opponent keeps on playing these super, super tricksy lines. So I'm like, you know what? You've gone far enough. Screw you. I'm going to simplify it into an easily winning endgame, and you're done. So yeah. So that's why I'm looking for rook d6. It's very just elegantly simple. That's all. But you're saying it's the best move, Anike. You're saying that the computer says it's the best move. Well, he hasn't moved yet, or she hasn't moved yet. I mean, another move that we could consider here, by the way, is probably this too. It is very interesting. But we're just up a pawn in the end in this one, right? Yeah, Avalanche, yeah. So here, here. Maybe check, king here and here. I mean, it's still, the king is still not safe. King is by no means safe here. This is still very strong, and c4 ideas, now they also pop up. As you pointed out there, Avalanche, you know? So, I mean, there's still a lot of potential in this position here. G5, rook here, plenty of play here. Yeah, okay, but yeah, rook d6 is just simplistic, that's why. It forces trade-offs, right? I'm betting that rook d8 is the only move. Right, Aniket? I bet that this is the only move for black. Because black has to play this. If black doesn't play this, then he's just done. There's no coming back from this sacrifice. There's none. You know, if my rook's already on h3, there's no coming back from this. So I'm assuming that he has to play rook d8. The engine probably says you have to. I feel like it's the only move that it's the only move that prevents this, and the trading is very simple and easy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, but the problem, no. Chess poems. The problem came in with this move. Queen b6 was a bad move. Queen b6 was a dodgy move with costing now, because now everything happens with force. Boom. Suddenly your bishop is in a really, really bad position. And you're like, oh shit, how'd this happen? Right? Suddenly you're like, what have I just done? Right? Because now there's all kinds of sacrifices and stuff as well, and your king is just completely lost. Like, let's say you have to play here. If you didn't play what was played, then, you know, how are you surviving this? You're just dead in the water here. You're just dead. There's no way you're surviving this. Boom, boom. The rooks can come in. I mean, it's too easy. Your king is just stuck and you're dead. So this is the problem, right? So as soon as he allowed this, suddenly you're in trouble. Here, takes, this, check, everything forced. However, here I feel like he could have taken. It's not pretty, don't get me wrong, but I feel like you can take this. We couldn't really find anything incredibly strong. So this was the best move by far, and then g5 was the interesting in-betweener. Yeah, exactly. The queen, you know, lost track of what was important, right? So like I said, I feel like there was still some weird potential here, right? We looked at this king here, knight here, was it? Yeah, it was knight here. Takes, a knight here. Check, king here. And the best we could see was this. Yeah, so just so you can see this from the opening point of view here, queen b6 is fine, but you have to just slow play this, right? So here you have to realize that this is a real threat. So you could even play here and everything would be fine. I guess you still have to deal with this bloody problem, right? And this, you see what I mean? So because you haven't castled yet, this is dodgy. So let's say you castle, he goes here, you go rook e8. And now you play this, right? So if you just if you don't allow this to happen, then it looks like you should be fine. But as I point out, I do believe that he can take the rook. I have to believe that you can take this rook. Yeah, yeah, Aniket, yeah, that's what we were hoping for all day long. Yeah, knife f5, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I again, I have to believe that you can survive this. This is the only good move there is in the position. This must be played here, 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 and it was still a little bit tricky just to decide what black would play here, though. That's all. But I only now realize you could play here as well, maybe. Oh no, no, sorry, sorry. Of course, the pawn's always immune because of the obvious. Yeah, yeah, Dutch grammar. I have no. I mean, I don't want to believe in it, huh? Dutch grammar. I don't want to believe that he's going to get away with this. So yeah, so this is still a bit of a tricky position, but I couldn't really find a win for white. I couldn't really find a win for white here, though. I mean, it's black's move, so we still have to decide how black's going to continue here. But somehow the knight on h7 is doing a fantastic job. Now there are some potential just draws, right? Just check. I mean, here and check because you can't go here because of this. So there are some potential. No, no, no. But then it just draws. Then white can just force a draw. But that's the best I can find for white. Is just a draw. So I feel like taking the rook on e6 looks super dangerous, but it should at best only draw. If of course black doesn't fuck up anywhere, if he doesn't screw up somewhere, then it should be okay for black. Whereas the move that he chose with knight h5, I mean this looks miserable. This is just like this is such a nice move though, very pretty move from her. And this looked just as bad. I wanted to play queen f5 immediately because I mean there's just so many threats here. G4 and rook h1, it's a complete shit show. But g4 was good too. Here, and I figured that this is what black should do as best case scenario, just lose the queen. But yeah, he's refusing to let it go. Let it go, let it go. But he's like, no, no, screw you. I'm gonna keep on keeping pieces on the board and try and complicate matters, and I'm gonna sneak through here and, like Dutch grammar says, get away with something sneaky. But you play rook d6 here and rook h1 and it's game over. Like this is not hard to calculate. Like rook d6 is simple because I'm saving my rook for obvious reasons. And I'm setting up this, which is nasty. You cannot allow the rook to get to h1 in this position. That's why the computer suggests that you have to play rook d8 immediately. And the rest of that calculation is simple. Calculating that you're going to be up a rook versus a knight and have an extra pawn is very easy. So I'm not entirely sure what she's thinking about. I always find it very funny. Now I do realize that when you're playing in the game, it's a lot different from like I'm sitting here just relaxed, just making moves, nice and easy. It's very simple, right? But when you're playing there and you have that game stress as well, it can be a whole different story. And I know this well because I've been there. Okay, so they haven't moved yet, so that's fun. Check out board 5 here. What the? Well, that looks like a very dead pawn. Dead pawn walking. Well, he's not even walking. He's just planted. He's stuck. Dead pawn stuck. Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think. Oh, I guess he's up the pawn. Okay, never mind. Black is up a pawn here, but I still like the position quite nicely for white. White might be down a pawn, but that pawn is very weak, and his position is very interesting. Okay, cool. And what's happening on the last board here? Looks drawish, except white does have a very active king. But, I mean, can you really claim anything here? He says, you can take this one, but then I'll take that one. So, yeah. No, this looks very, very drawish, I guess. So, another possibly good result here. But I do expect the team. What is the team name again? I can never remember. Molodeska. I expect Molodeska to win this match still. What's happening with Chigayev? Ah, he did play knight c2. Nice. Play knight c2. Oh, wait. What happened? Sorry. He played rook d1. Wait, what? Rook d1. Is black actually sneaking away with this? Okay, so queen b6 is the obvious move. Now we have the obvious threat here. I'm a little surprised by this. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little surprised by this. Okay, okay. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. I feel like this complicated a lot, though. I just wanted him to play knight c2. Wait, what just happened here? So now he plays knight c2. Okay, okay, okay. My bad, my bad. For some odd reason, I felt like this was, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it does. It's not so bad if you just give up the rook for the extra piece, right? Then you have two pieces versus a rook and a pawn. Then suddenly it looks a whole lot different because of this. No, no, no. Knight c2. Dutch grammar. I wanted knight c2. In a lot of variations, I was like knight c2 is better. Just give up your rook for this bishop because then this bishop is going to become a monster, right? I mean, how are you even, like this could become very dodgy very quickly. So I think I prefer this because if you have to play here, then this pawn is going to be very weak. It's going to be very easy to attack that damn thing, right? Blah 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 whatever to attack it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to realize that white is up a piece at this point. So bishop a6 played. This is on the board right now. This is the current position. Yeah, okay, okay. Fine. This is the current position. I preferred it with this though. I preferred to just go straight. Like I think this would have been much easier to play. Like this seemed a little bit more sensible because the rook stays and defends the pawn. Now if you play here, I move my queen wherever, doesn't matter, right? Now you have to be careful because I'm threatening this, so you have to take this. You don't have a choice. And yeah, now this pawn is weak, this pawn is weak. This diagonal is going to be a beast. No, because he sacked it. Black played very interestingly, I have to admit. I mean, I analyzed all of this before it was played. I was like, okay, cool. C5 is interesting because of this. But I felt like it might not have been enough. Mainly because I realized that the knight c2 is actually very strong. Yeah, if you put this to a computer, he'll probably say it's plus 1.5 or so, give or take for white. That's what I expected it from a logical point of view, because of this beautiful diagonal you're gonna get. So so I didn't like it, but this is all that what happened. But as I point out, he played rook d1 first. Not such a big fan. The rook needed to stay there and defend the e pawn. So this is the current position. Well, I wouldn't call it a mistake, Avalanche. I mean, he. To be honest, Avalanche. Here's what I thought about next. I thought in this position. I thought just here. I thought you could possibly just give up the pawn. Because the point here is, Avalanche, is that if you don't play c5, by the way, if you don't play it, right, then he's gonna play this, and if you have to move your queen, you're dead. You're positionally completely lost. So, like this is the issue. So he decides to give this pawn away, which is very interesting. And I thought after this, I thought maybe he's thinking of just positionally sacrificing the pawn, right? Like just blah, like me, whatever, screw it. So, because at least this way you get play, okay? At least this way you still have some way of playing a bit of chess here, which I felt should probably be preferable. Okay, yeah, we can have a look at that just now again. Okay, so she played knight takes. Okay, interesting. It's still good. It's still good. I mean, you're probably still, you're up a pawn. The position is still shitty. So yeah, it's simple. It's simplified Dutch grammar, but not as simplified and as strong, of course, as the obvious rook d6 was. Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about this game, Aniket? Well, Aniket, what does the engine say after this? What does the engine say after this? The direct knight c2 without rook d1 and the stupid shit that he played. What does the engine say after rook's knight c2 immediately? I assumed bishop a6 still gets played, but then after what, queen d2, then you have to take the rook. Like I expected this to be like between one and 1.5. Yeah, exactly. That's what I expected this to be. The dark square diagonal is way too weak. Knight b5, really? That he still? I mean, we looked at it, by the way. Knight b5 was one of the moves, the first move I looked at. But I thought knight c2 might just be simpler. Is knight b5 actually? Oh, really? Wow. Well, I did look at knight b5 first, yeah. I just felt like it might not work out as well. But maybe I misjudged it a little bit. So I thought after this, then what? Here, I was a little bit iffy about this, though. Because now this is a threat, right? So that's still hanging, of course. This is a threat, losing a piece. So it's still a little bit weird. I guess I did look at this. Knight 5 to c3? What the really? Can you play such shit? Ah, okay, there's this. I only now realize that I have this move. Yeah. I only now realize that I have this move. Because I was worried about this. But I now realize that you can make the okay. You can play that move. That is what I missed originally in my. Yeah, that's what I missed. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I missed in my original. This also exactly. Yeah. So there are some options here. Yeah. Okay. 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 Uh huh. So there is a way out. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, 95, exactly, exactly. No, I realized that as well. Yeah, this is highly entertaining. Okay, well, unfortunately, none of that happened. Okay, what? Oh, wait, we have some moves here, right? Okay, yeah. So Queen F3 was played. Yeah, yeah. After seeing that, Aniket, exactly. After seeing that move, I agree. Queen C6 makes a lot more sense now suddenly, right? Yeah. Queen C6 has other benefits, of course, as well, right? The obvious. So yeah, that's why in a lot of variations I was looking at playing Queen C6. Yeah. I mean, now you have to take, right? Yeah, you have to take that bishop now. The rook. Bam, bam, bam. I guess. I mean, if white can untangle here. No, I think you can keep this closed now. I think you can manage, right? This bishop is pretty strong here, so you don't have to worry too much about the blockading squares and stuff like that. If you can hold this, now e6 looks much weaker as well because it doesn't have any defense anymore. So it's not all bad. Yeah, okay, but if you lose this pawn, then there's no more pressure, Aniket. You know, like if you do this and I take here, right? If you lose this pawn, there's no more pressure. Now your pressure is gone. So you have to save the pawn first, or you have to try. So it's still not easy, right? I mean, you don't have enough pieces to defend this thing. So what? Here. Okay, I can't because of the stupid rook. So here. I mean, again, how are you holding this pawn? If you're not holding that pawn and I get to play e5 or some shit, then it becomes real, right? Exactly. If you can't hold on that pawn, then shit could become real. This could become really real. Okay, so this is the position on the board. Let's check out board two quickly again. Okay, yeah, so this was pretty boring. Interesting. Okay, so grab. I definitely like white's position more here, although after this, it still gets a little weird. I guess this is the move, huh? Okay, so yeah. Okay, you're doing cheers, buddy. All right. I mean, this is yeah. I mean, again, you know, I almost always like knights more, so you'll understand that. So there could be some pressure here, and if this knight can get here, that pawn is dead. So white must be slightly better here, and white is the weaker player. So still a very interesting match. Yeah, okay, but I mean it's not. Yeah, okay. I mean it looks pretty shitty, right? I'm trying to see in my head if I can hold that position at all here, but I feel like you cannot, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I just mean that he is playing against someone who is 100 rating points higher than him. He's not weak by definition. He is just, obviously playing against someone much stronger than himself. That's all. I'm trying to see if I can hold this. Like here, but then this hangs as well. Fuck me. This is a load of shit. Here, here, maybe? Here. I mean, I'm trying to hold this. Still trying hard, boys. Now at least my rook defends everything. But yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It is not pretty, sir. Not pretty at all. Black's gonna have to sacrifice a pawn here somewhere to get some activity. Like really, he's gonna have to sacrifice something to get some activity here. Maybe bishop here. Might still be some merit for that. Okay, then this hangs, huh? Although, ugh, so ugly. So ugly. So ugly. Dude, this is so ugly, man. How about here first? Yeah, yeah. How about here first? Because now I might just be in time to save everything, right? If you go here, I don't have to do anything specific. Just play here. Nah, bishop b5 does fuck all. Rook here is not bad. Okay, if you go here, I guess it just becomes a complete shit show as well, huh? Here, blah, fuck. Never mind. I would like to resign now, please. Um, Bishop e5. What does that do? You just lose pieces. You're just losing shit everywhere. We're just losing stuff, okay? Oh man. Because now this check has got double threats, right? This is a shit show, bro. I would love to resign, please. Can I just resign? No, I don't know. This is ugly. This is not pretty. Yeah, exactly. The forks are pretty evil. Okay, maybe our best shot is this. This might be our best shot. Screw it. At least this is not so bad, right? This is not like miserably bad. It's not great, but it's not shit. Because now at least we can screw with your position. Bishop here as well. So now it doesn't look all that bad. So it's not too bad. So maybe this is our best option. I feel like if we can get this pawn for this one and this one, we should still be okay. Then the bishop suddenly starts looking very strong because the bishop is open. There's no more issues. So yeah, I like this. This seems like the best that white can do. Here, there's no threats, luckily, so it's chilled. Possibly even this directly is also not bad because of the obvious. So yeah, so maybe we can complicate things. Yeah. Yeah, no, Aniket. I mean, if you find the right way to defend, but it's not the easy way, right? It's not easy to defend because you really have to understand that you have to give up some shit, right? You have to now just look at this from a positional point of view, being a pawn down in this endgame. The bishop is strong in this really open position that we have right now. So yeah, so if we play this correctly, then it's actually not so bad. I mean, here I feel perfectly safe. Like really, I feel perfectly safe in this position here. So yeah, If we do this correctly, I feel like we should just be okay. Okay, so that's interesting. How is Esipenko doing? This game should just be really nice. Yeah, but I feel from a human point of view, they're not all that easy and obvious. You know what I mean? Okay, so this defends the whole king side, so no worries there. So here, 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 here. Nice. Now the rook blockades and also defends this. So your queen is now free to roam into Rome. I mean, this must be lost, right? I mean, maybe it's okay, but it feels like it should just be lost. Ouch. Okay, so let's say for argument's sake, this game's a draw. Let's say this game's a draw as well. Let's say white wins here, and let's say black wins here. Okay. Now you see, now he just wants to trade off everything. He's a pawn down, but so what? He can still play this endgame, right? Don't trade. Go check. Do not trade. God damn it. Do not trade, you piggy. Are you talking about the Esipenko game? No, I mean, this was a very logical way of going about it, right? Now he's stopping f4 ideas anyway as well, right? I assumed that he would stop the f4 idea, yeah. I mean, this is just going to be slow death, right? Apparently, okay, so queen c3 was played, attacking the pawns. See, I mean, there's just so many ways, right? Here, okay, yeah, queen e7 has been played, but now this is possible as well. And this pawn's gonna die. I mean, you're lost here, right? I mean, this is slow and agonizing death. You just have to watch as all your pawns die. Die! They all just die. So yeah, this is done. You can resign this one. This game is still going to be very interesting. All right, so check happened. G5 was played. Let's see how. I mean, White's still winning, right? So here. What's the time? Okay, time is fine. Time is perfectly okay here. Knight e4 has been played. That looks like such a tricksy move, right? Yeah, and he kept that knight on e2, and that game is a super defender, right? It's just such a beauty. He played knight e4. But it feels like anything should win here now, right? Like, how are you stopping this shit from coming? Or here? Like here, right? And then here with the obvious. I mean, this knight covers this square, so how do you defend this? Feels like it should just be lost here. I hope so. I hope she wins. I'm not saying she's winning. Okay, I'm saying she is winning. I'm not saying she's going to win. I hope she does. Okay, so let's say for argument she does, right? Then the score is equal on the first 4 boards. So what's happening here? Here we have white. Okay, yeah, so white's still a pawn down in this. Oh, no, wait. White sacrificed the exchange here. Ooh. White's going for some serious GM skill here. With a knight planting on e5 next. And then the pawn falling on d5, right? There's also a massive threat along the diagonal. This is yeah, I probably won't be. I'm not going to be on for very long, chess pawn. I wasn't even planning on being this long, right? So this was supposed to just be a test. I mean, okay, unfortunately, black is probably just winning here. I mean, this could be a big upset because this team has done really well, and I expected them to do well. So if black wins this game, then it's all going to come down to this one, and this is a draw. So okay, sure, sure, but again, +8. It's we've been there before. I mean, Magnus Carlsen was -10 and still drew, right? So and she's not Magnus Carlsen, so so anything can happen here. Anything can happen. But yeah, Queen G6 looks like a solid move. Now I have to check out something real quick because somebody's saying that they're. I just want to have a quick look at. I should just mute this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it looks like it's working fine though. I'm watching myself on Lichess. Just want to make sure I'm not lagging. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So everything is okay here. All right. So does seem to be working at least. That's important. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, but Aniket, you have to remember that you're only she played Queen G6, nice. That you're only up a pawn, right? So from that perspective, it can still feel scary, right? Because if you don't find the victory immediately, then you're not necessarily winning, right? And remember, there's a difference between winning and having advantage, right? An advantage is something like +1, etc. That's an advantage, right? +2 is obviously a winning advantage. Okay, +8 is fucking huge. But if you can't find the coup de grace, then yeah, then what are you doing? There's also this now that I realize. Can you? No. I was thinking if you could play this, but you can't. Well, this looks good. I like this. I think. I say that, but I'm not sure. Like what is some yeah, so what is some defensive moves here? Okay, C4 is always up in the air as well. So yeah, I didn't like knight e4. Knight e4 seemed too loose, right? Like if you play here c4 and now this is gone, right? No, we're just winning the knight. The funny thing is that we're actually just going after the knight, Aniket. It seems so simple, but it sure as fuck works, bro. It sure as fuck works. So what's he gonna do? You can't defend it anymore, so it's done now. So you just want a piece. I mean, what? No, I'm threatening c4, right? This is it's a big threat. How do you stop me? What are you planning on? How do you even bother trying to stop me? You move your knight? Okay, good knight here. And then here, and you're GG. I mean, because your queen can't defend this, right? There's no way to defend the 7th rank at all. I guess you still have this, now that I see it. But then here, yeah, but it doesn't look logical, right? You just lose a piece. So we have to address the issue of just losing a piece, don't we? So knight f6, what do we play? Don't we just play here straight away, baby? No. Hmm. Still trying to see how I'm going to finish this. Here. Then here. There we go. Because this, if your queen can't defend the square, you're lost, right? This is what I'm trying to do the whole time. Is these threats. Both these threats, yeah. Okay, so c4 is completely destructive. Yeah. So let's try b5. Let's try b5. But b5 runs into this. Okay, please can we resign now? I'm over it, right? I'm like, okay, I'm over this. This is a complete shit show. How are you? I mean, what are you even doing here? b5's on the board. Wah, wah. Take it. Wah, take it. Defend it, so why not? Just take it. Take it, take it. I'm not entirely okay. I mean, black is obviously just hoping for a Hail Mary here, but I mean, knight takes c6 is just done. Nice game by the female. I am here. Very impressed with her ballsiness for playing rook takes e6 in the first place. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, this is done. Because again, you can't save your queen. Yeah, exactly. You can't save your queen versus this threat, right? So after this, you can't stop this, and or losing the knight. There's no wriggle room here, right? You can't move anywhere. Like this doesn't do shit because I stole the fan. So yeah, this is yeah. She played it. She played it. It's on the board. I expect resignation. To be honest, I expect him to just resign here. Why wouldn't you just resign? Yeah, but it looks very scary, right? And she played, by the way, she played rook takes e6 like really fast, so it was preparation, by the way. Which is funny because, well, I felt like black misplayed the opening. So, but maybe she had this prep somewhere in her head, right? And or yeah, exactly. She's seen the line before with the idea of rook takes e6 in that variation. So because she played very quickly. So I think he just assumed that it was lost, and then you know. Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's about wow. Really? Are you serious, Aniket? Is it even a line that exists already, and he fell for something stupid? Really? He played King F. See, he's still trying. Like he's still trying. But now the problem is that your king is trapped, right? So what about rook here? How are you stopping this? He's still trying to be tricksy. Just tricksy. Just a little bit tricksy. Well, rook h3 looks devastating. I mean, if she takes her time now and she realizes that there's no threat here, right? Because the rook defends the square as well. So there's no threat. Like even this, who gives a shit? What are you going to do? It's all covered, right? The whole diagonal, everything is covered. There's no checks. How do you stop this? You can't go back because you just lose your queen. So rook h3 is just complete devastation. I mean, instant resign after rook h3. Come on, find the last move. Come on, girl. Come on. Find us a pretty one. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. That is very interesting, Aniket. That's very interesting. Let's see if she can find rook h3. Shouldn't be too hard. It's an instant move. I mean, because there's no defense. Come on, let's see if she can find it. Rook. Plays a rook to h3. I'm channeling her now. Natalia, it's me. It's me, your favorite streamer, Chess Doctors. here to tell you, rook h3, play rook h3. I've done my. Oh, sorry guys, I was a little bit. You know, I had to connect with her just to make sure that she finds it. Okay, we can pop around a little bit. She is going to take some time here, which is a good thing because then she'll find rook h3. Board 5. So white is still trying to hold this position. Oh, never mind. She played already. Go, girl, go. Go. She played rook h3, by the way. Oh, hey, what's up, Lord Axe? Yeah, yeah. I'm testing out some YouTube today. Yeah, we're just testing out the platform a little bit. You know how my quality and drop frames and stuff because I never really considered YouTube, to be honest, Lord Axe. I never really considered YouTube, and then me and my partner, we sat down and we started really weighing up the pros and cons of all the different platforms and what our needs are currently and what our future plans are and stuff. And then we started looking at the pros and cons of each one, and currently YouTube is actually our best choice. So I'm like, huh, shit, didn't really think about that one. So today, literally this morning, I woke up at 4 o'clock, right, and I was like, huh, let me go check out what YouTube streaming is all about. So I set up everything. I even did a whole new layout look for the stream. I did everything. I literally finished like 30 minutes before the stream, and I was like, cool, let's do some streaming. Yeah, I mean, okay, I have not revealed who he is yet. Note he, not she, just in case anybody was thinking that there's some sexual partner here. I'm talking about a guy. Okay, so he will be revealed to you guys eventually. Currently, he's still a silent partner, shall we call him that? But he does play an integral part in everything. Okay, wait, what just happened now? Okay. So here, 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 here. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, very nice. Ouch. Ouch. Ha! Ha! Hui, ha! Ha! GG. He resigned. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 Aniket. I guess, I guess, you're right. It could be a sexual partner too. You're right. Completely right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, but like I said, I mean, he will be joining me on stream eventually. So yeah. Cool game by Buxa. I'm very happy for Natalia. I'm super happy actually for her. So, Esipenko, this game should be going fairly smooth as well at this point. Huh. He played here. I thought he would just play here. That seems so simple. Like, why wouldn't you play? I would probably put him around 2005. Fide. Fide, if you like that variation. He's pretty strong. He's very tactical. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I looked at knight f at queen f5, Aniket, but I understood that g4 seemed simpler. It did. I have to admit, Aniket, that g4 did seem simpler, but that was coupled with rook d6, right? Without rook d6, it's not as simple as you'd like. But she still won the game, so let's not be too rough on her. Everything was technically winning, and she won the game. That is in the end all that matters. If she made a mistake and she didn't win the game, then we could have been like, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But all her moves were still well within the winning range, so no complaints. She played a very, very nice game. Okay, so this is on the board right now. I still don't see why we can't play this. You're just gonna win this pawn, and then this one's gonna shit. I mean, it's not gonna be hard for us to win this one as well. So I don't really understand why we're still here. Anyway, so okay, whatever. So, but it should be winning for white. This one, what's going on board two? Yeah, well, I feel like okay. So at least the bishop is in a strong place, keeping this knight at bay. Chigayev game. How's this one shaping up? Yeah, so he looks like he's poised to lose that pawn on e6. Okay, so knight d2 did happen. Rook here is logical. Get the rook out of the attack zone here and defend here. The rook can also go here, here. So there, and now it is black to play. I mean, I am more and more liking black's position. By the way, if that hey hi there the wolf. Well, the wolf. We're doing a little bit of a test. Um, I've tested a little bit of Mixer now. I wanted to do some testing on YouTube. So yeah, gotta check out all the platforms, right? I mean, again, the biggest draw for me to Mixer was the quality bonus. However, I get the quality bonus plus people can actually change the quality to whatever fits their needs. And Lichess supports YouTube as well. So, yeah, exactly. It was supposed to just be well, okay, Aniket. I mean, I didn't specify how long the test was going to be, but I didn't expect to be 3 hours. I expected 2 hours max. But you know me, man. I can sit and chat and analyze positions for days, bro. Just for days. Yeah. So as I point out, this position is slowly but surely starting to look very good for black because the more pieces come off, if that e6 pawn dies, and then the rooks come off the board as well, and that e pawn gets to e5, e4, then you're screwed. You're screwed. You might as well just resign. So yeah, the wolf. If you want to let me know who you are on Twitch, then you can let me know, just so I, can make the connection. Because obviously I don't know, who's who in the zoo here. So yeah, oh hell yeah, yeah. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat, right? It's eat, sleep, analyze, repeat. Okay. So yeah. So I mean, most of these games are shaping up. I do think I'm gonna call it now. Okay, I do think I'm gonna put an end to this test. So the next test I will do via YouTube, probably tomorrow somewhere, is I'll do like a play viewers stream, or what I might do tomorrow is I might stream the fuck me, now I have to think. I might stream the European Club Cup on Twitch, right? I might stream on Twitch because I want to let our current viewers. Oh, okay, Johnny Wolf, I gotcha. I want to let our current um, regulars on Twitch, I want to let them know that I'm testing out YouTube so that they can come and pop on YouTube as well, right? Just so that they know I'm here, because I have noticed that we do have a lot of regulars, right? And those regulars are currently on Twitch. They don't see me on Lichess anymore because they look for me on Twitch. So I understand that metric. So yeah, so I think I might do the European Club Cup tomorrow on Twitch and then let people know about YouTube and Mixer, probably, right? Um, but I am definitely leaning towards YouTube at this point because currently it definitely ticks all our boxes. So from a what I need, what I want, and what I think about the future, currently YouTube ticks all the boxes. So it might be an option. So like I said, I might do the European Club Cup then tomorrow evening on Twitch, and then later after that I'll stream on YouTube but play viewers. So then the people know to come and join me on YouTube to play, and we'll still have the Lichess people coming in to play games as well. So yeah, I think that's a good idea to continue our testing tomorrow. Okay, so thanks a lot. If you guys are not, well, I think most of you guys are subs already anyway to the YouTube channel. So don't be shy to to sub to the YouTube channel, because as I said, at this point it might be our platform of choice here. Yeah. Dutch grammar, that makes a lot of sense, right? I do need to still do some Twitch streaming to let people know about our testings and our endeavors. So I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it, and yeah, then I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch, where you all know and love. But yeah, this was a pretty good experience. The 720p stream is perfectly fine. Um, I see that there's no option to change to 60 FPS. Or is there? No, you can't. When you stream on YouTube, you cannot change it to 60 FPS. Or can I? I'll have to try check that out. But it looks like I cannot. So yeah. Cheers, guys.